कोडा विश्वेश्वर रेड्डी,
Question number 61, sir.
Sir, a statement is laid on the table of the House, sir.
Sir, through you, sir, I'd like to ask the Minister whether the entire country is covered by the CNG network and what is the government doing to promote CNG in the country, sir? My first supplementary.
Sir, the body of the answer in fact contains the major part of the reply which is sought in the supplementary, sir. Sir, the government is committed to both PNG, CNG and all forms of energy transition, sir. After the latest round of bidding, almost the entire country, if I'm not mistaken, sir, about 96% of the land area is covered by the bids, sir. In fact, the coverage, sir, in terms of PNG connections in 2014, sir, was 25 lakhs. Today, those connections have increased from 25 lakhs to 1.5 crores. Insofar as CGD stations are concerned, sir, these have also increased in number. Insofar as the geographical areas are concerned, sir, almost the entire country is now covered by this clean energy. It is our effort now to go beyond the land area of the country to also move in the direction of the island territories, sir, and all efforts have been made, not only here, but even in cylinder gas, which is a product of a refinery, sir. In 2014, we had 14 crore connections. Today, we have 33 crore, 40 lakh connections. PNG, which is piped gas, compressed natural gas. There also, sir, the number of connections, the number of stations. This question, sir, is actually on the number of connections in the city of Hyderabad, where the Allotee has actually got 83 stations and they are catering to 55,000 customers. And in fact, they are putting in more capex. There is going to be an expansion there. So, sir, on all fronts, piped natural gas, CNG, CGD, and even CBG, sir, biogas, there also, sir, the country is making very remarkable progress, sir.
माननीय सदस्यगण,
Second supplementary question, sir. Second supplementary
पहले भी
question.
कहा है कि प्रश्नकाल महत्वपूर्ण समय होता है, आपका समय होता है जिसमें आप जनता की अपेक्षाएं, उनके महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दों को उठाते हैं। सरकार की जवाबदेही होती है। कई मंत्रालय विभागों के अंदर आपके हुए उठायों से मंत्रालय विभाग में जवाब देते होती है। और मुझे कई मान्य सदस्यों ने कहा कि प्रश्नकाल बहुत मुश्किल से उनका आता है और आपका व्यवहार जिस तरीके से रहता है ये सदन की गरिमा के अनुकूल नहीं है। माननीय सदस्यगणों, आप इतनी पुरानी राजनीतिक दल के संसद सदस्य हो, मान्य हो, जिनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान इस सदन के अंदर मर्यादा और गरिमा के रहा है। लेकिन आप जिस राजनीतिक दल के सदस्य हो, वह राजनीतिक दल के लोग देखेंगे आप किस तरीके से सदन में व्यवहार करते हैं। तख्तियां लेकर आते हैं, नारेबाजी करते हैं, मेजे ठोकते हैं। ये सदन की गरिमा के अनुकूल नहीं है। मैं आपसे फिर आग्रह कर रहा हूं कि संसद की मर्यादा गरिमा को बनाए रखो। दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा लोकतंत्र है और लोकतंत्र के अंदर हमारी पारदर्शिता, जवाबदेही दुनिया जानती है। हम जिस तरीके का व्यवहार करेंगे, आचरण करेंगे, देश की लोकतांत्रिक संस्थाओं में उसका क्या संदेश जाएगा? माननीय वेणुगोपाल जी, आप इनको ये सिखाते हो क्या? नारेबाजी करना, तख्तियां लेकर आना, मेज थपथपाना, ये आपकी पार्टी के संस्कार नहीं रहे। लेकिन जो नई पीढ़ी जिस तरीके के संस्कार कर रही है, वो सारा देश देख रहा है किस तरीके से जनता के करोड़ों रुपए खर्च संसद में होते हैं। मैं पुनः आपसे आग्रह करता हूं, आप सब मानिए, लाखों लोगों ने आपको चुनकर भेजा है, लोगों की अपेक्षाएं आकांक्षाओं को उठाने के लिए, तख्तियां लेकर मेजें फोड़ने के लिए नहीं भेजा है। मैंने पुनः आपसे आग्रह किया है, आप अपने अपने आसन पर जाएं, प्रश्नकाल के बाद नियमों के तहत आपको हर मुद्दे विषय पर बोलने दिया जाएगा। मैं फिर कह रहा हूं, तख्तियां लेकर आने पर सदन नहीं चलेगा। आप या तो सीट पर जाएं, नहीं तो सदन की कार्रवाई आज 2 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।
Science, Technology, Environment, Forests and Climate Change on demands for grants 2025-26 of the Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology. And D, status of implementation of the recommendations of leak observations contained in the 393rd report of the Department related Parliament Standing Committee on Science and Technology, Environment, Forests and Climate Change on demands for grants 2025-26 of the Ministry of Earth Sciences. Thank you, Chairman, sir.
Thank you. Shri Sukant Majumdar.
Respected sir, with your permission, I rise to make a statement regarding status of implementation of recommendations/observation contained in the 253rd report of the department-related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Home Affairs on demand for grants 2025-26 of Ministry of Development of North Eastern Region in pursuance to the direction of the Honorable Chairman Rajya Sabha dated 28 September 2004 under 266 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Council of States. The present status of implementation is as per the statement which is laid on the table of the House. Thank you, sir.
Honorable members, 30 notices have been received under Rule 267. The notices of Sri Samirul Islam, Susri Dola Sen, Sri Sukhend Shekhar Roy, Sri Rita, Dr. Sayyid Nasir Hussain, Sri Prakash Chikbaraik, Sri Ashok Singh, Sri Trichu Siva, Sri Saket Gokhale, Sri Ramji Lal Suman, Dr. John Britas, Sri Sandosh Kumar P, Susri Susmita Dev, Sri Manoj Kumar Jha, Dr. V. Sivadasan have demanded discussion over the concerns arising out of a special intensive revision of electoral rolls undertaken by the Election Commission in Bihar. The notice of Sri Sandeep Kumar Pathak has demanded discussion over the concern arising out of increasing cases of cyber fraud in the country. The notice of Sri Abdul Bahab has demanded discussion over the unprecedented and unexpected resignation of the Honorable Chairman Rajya Sabha. The notice of Sri Harish Biran has demanded discussion over the incidents of human-animal conflict in Kerala. Honorable members may recall the detailed rulings on Rule 267 imparted by the Chair on 8th December 2022 and 19th December 2022. The same have been reiterated a number of times. Since the notices do not conform to the directives imparted by the Chair, the same are declined. I will request, it's a farewell address to retiring members. Please have patience. Please. Honorable members, 6 of our colleagues, Sri M. Muhammad Abdullah, Sri N. Chandrasekharan, Dr. Ambu Mani Ramdas, Sri M. Sanmugam, Sri Vaiko, Sri P. Wilson, representing the state of Tamil Nadu are retiring today, the 24th of July 2025, on completion of their term of office. Sri P. Wilson has been declared re-elected and his second term will commence tomorrow. Each one of these members has contributed meaningfully to the deliberations of the House, bringing with them diverse experiences, perspectives and a deep sense of commitment to public service and democratic values. Sri M. Muhammad Abdullah was elected in a by-election with effect from 6th September 2021. During his tenure, the Honourable Member has made focused interventions on issues relating to youth, welfare and education, reflecting his engagement with the concerns of the younger generation and socio-economic development of the state. Sri N. Chandrasekharan enriched the House with his keen insights into rural and agrarian issues. His calm and sincere participation in debates added substance to our discussion, particularly on matters impacting the family community. Dr. Ambu Mani Ramdas, a former Union Minister and a public health advocate, will be completing his second term in this August House today. His earlier term was from 2004 to 2010. The Honourable Member brought to the House his expertise in healthcare and environmental issues. His articulate interventions often emphasize the need for long-term planning in the domains of health infrastructure and sustainable development. Sri M. Shanmugam, a veteran trade union leader, strongly voiced the rights and welfare of workers. His interventions consistently highlighted the challenges faced by the labour sector, making the House more aware of grassroots realities. Sri Vaiko, a seasoned parliamentarian, renowned for his fiery oratory and passionate advocacy, made significant contributions to the parliamentary debates on federalism, linguistic rights and social justice. His unwavering commitment to democratic values and regional aspirants earned him respect across party lines. He served 3 consecutive terms in the Rajya Sabha from 1978 to 1996 and was elected for his 4th term from 2019 to 2025. I am confident that a leader who has devoted his entire life to the service of his people will not remain idle, but will continue to work tirelessly for their upliftment. Sri P. Wilson, a distinguished lawyer and articulate speaker, brought legal acumen and constitutional clarity to our discussions. His contributions in matters related to judicial reforms, governance and civil liberties have been insightful and thought-provoking. And I am glad we will continue to benefit from his contributions as he has also been re-elected to the August House. As these members demit office, we acknowledge with deep appreciation their valuable contributions to parliamentary discourse. Their presence and participation have enriched the democratic functioning of this House. On behalf of the entire House and on my own behalf, I place on record our heartfelt gratitude to the retiring members for their service to the nation and this august institution. We wish them good health, happiness and continued success in their future endeavors. We hope they will continue to serve the people in various capacities and inspire future generations to uphold the ideals of our democratic polity. May I now invite the retiring members to speak briefly. Sri M. Muhammad Abdullah.
Thank you, Honorable Sir. Kindly permit me to speak in my mother tongue, Tamil. மாண்புமிகு அவைத்தலைவர் அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு உறுப்பினர்களே, ஒரு மிகுந்த நன்றி பெருக்கின் உணர்ச்சியோடு இந்த இடத்தில் நின்று நான் உரையாற்றத் போகின்றேன். நன்றி உணர்ச்சி என்று நான் குறிப்பிடுவது எங்கள் கழகத்தின் தலைவர் மாண்புமிகு தமிழக முதல்வர் மீதும் மாண்புமிகு தமிழ்நாட்டினுடைய முதலமைச்சர் மீதுமான நன்றி உணர்ச்சி. அவர்கள்தான் என்னை இந்த அவைக்கு அனுப்பி வைத்தார்கள். இடைத்தேர்தலில் நான் தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்பட்டதாக நீங்கள் பேசும்போது குறிப்பிட்டீர்கள். உண்மைதான், நான் பணியாற்றிய காலம் குறுகிய காலமாக இருந்தாலும் கூட எனக்கு கிடைத்த அனுபவங்களும் வாய்ப்புகளும் மிக மிக அதிகம். அதைவிட இங்கு அனைவரிடமும் நான் பெற்ற அன்பு மிக மிக அதிகம். ஆளும் கட்சி தரப்பிலாக இருந்தாலும் சரி, எதிர்க்கட்சி தரப்பிலாக இருந்தாலும் சரி, ஒவ்வொருவர்களும் என் மீது காட்டிய அந்த அன்பையும் நட்பையும் என்றென்றும் நான் மறவேன். தமிழகத்தின் ஒரு கடைக்கோட்டையில் ஒரு கிராமத்திலிருந்து வந்தவன் நான். தூரத்திலிருந்து நான் பார்த்து வியந்த தலைவர்கள் உடனெல்லாம் நெருங்கி பழகுகின்ற வாய்ப்பை இந்த அவை தந்தது. அதையும் விட இன்னும் சொல்ல போனால் அரசியலையும் சரி, அரசாங்க நடைமுறைகளையும் சரி, தேசிய அளவில் ஒரு பரந்துபட்ட பார்வையோடு எப்படி அணுகுவது என்கின்ற அந்த அனுபவத்தை இந்த அவைதான் எனக்கு அளித்தது. இப்படி எத்தனையோ ஒரு இனிமையான நினைவுகள் எனக்கு. இந்த அவையில் நான் பல்வேறு கோரிக்கைகளை வைத்திருக்கின்றேன். அதில் பல நிறைவேறவும் செய்திருக்கின்றது. என்னுடைய இந்த நிறைவு பேச்சின் போது நிறைவாக ஒரே ஒரு கோரிக்கையை மாத்திரம் நான் வைத்து நிறைவு செய்ய விரும்புகின்றேன். தமிழ்நாட்டில் திண்டுக்கல் மாவட்டத்தில் திண்டுக்கல் பழனி வழியில் கணக்கம்பட்டி என்கின்ற ஒரு ஊர் இருக்கின்றது. அங்கு பழனிசாமி என்கின்ற ஒரு மகான் ஒருவர் வாழ்ந்து தற்போது மறைந்து விட்டார். இருப்பினும் கூட அவரது லட்சக்கணக்கான பக்தர்கள் தினமும் அங்கு சென்று வருகின்ற ஒரு கோயிலாக அந்த கோவில் அந்த ஊரில் இருக்கின்றது. அந்த ஊரின் வழியாக இருப்பு பாதை செல்கிறது, ரயில்வே லைன் செல்கிறது. எனவே அந்த பக்தர்கள் அங்கு ஒரு தனி ரயில் நிலையம் அமைக்க வேண்டும் என்கின்ற அந்த கோரிக்கையை இங்கே வைக்கும்படி என்னிடத்திலே கோரினார்கள்.
పార్లమెంట్ ఆవరణలో విపక్ష ఎంపీల ధర్నాలు కొనసాగుతున్నాయి. మకర ద్వారం దగ్గర ఇండియా కూటమి ఎంపీలు బీహార్ ఓటర్ల జాబితా సవరణకు వ్యతిరేకిస్తూ ప్లకార్డులు పట్టుకుని ఆందోళన చేశారు. నినాదాలు హోరెత్తించారు. సభలో విపక్ష ఎంపీలకు మాట్లాడే అవకాశం ఇవ్వడం లేదని ఆరోపించారు కాంగ్రెస్ ఎంపీ ప్రియాంక గాంధీ.
Whenever the opposition leaders want to speak, they are not allowed to speak. We have been asking for discussions. They should agree. I was surprised because I am a new MP. I was surprised to see that the disruption was starting from the treasury benches. I was surprised. They would pick a topic so that we react to the topic, and then there's a hangama and the house gets adjourned. And so I think it's suiting them just fine. Whenever the opposition leaders want to speak, they are not allowed.